Well, still, that doesn't stop him from having inside information. Sure, some of that inside information might not be very useful, but still he has it.
So, say hello to Bernie.
No.
Who we joined partway through a conversation, wants to know if we have inside info.
No, not we, Potato.
Oh, I didn't know that because I couldn't see that far back in chat.
Well, yeah, that's because the bloody Restream relay bot wasn't cooperating with me properly.
I see.
For some reason, it lost all the settings for YouTube again out of nowhere.
People don't need to know that. My pizza is getting cold and my drink is getting warm. Potato says more or less the fact that A is still said 2-point hospital and B, no beep boop yet. Ah, right, yeah. So how you knew that we still hadn't got set up.
Yes.
And Cell Technology is here, so hello Potato and hello. Cell Technology. And yes, people complaining that we were late. We were late by a few minutes. Alright, so we are going to be playing Breathedge. New game. I like new games.
You do?
I like new games.
I have a feeling that the music is unreasonably loud.
It was a little, wasn't it? Bernie says, hello Mia, and hello to you too, which will be aimed at me, my esteemed competitor.
I suppose.
Oh, I see. Have you been picking up on 2-point hospital, have you? Yeah, well, we'll see how things go. Right, let's get started. So, Breathedge, do you want to tell us a little bit about the game here?
Oh, do I? Well, fine. Hello, welcome to Breathedge. By administrative decision, I have been forced to now submit to the communist space empire that lives in Breathedge. The short version is, it's a fun adventure. Like, literally, they make a whole lot of funny jokes for some reason. In space, about you being in space. I'll let the game basically introduce this. Look, there you go. No, that's not what I meant. No, stop it, game. Look, it's Red Rune Softworks, and they present The Floor. The fancy opening credits at the beginning of the game. From the creators of The Matrix, there's been no news lately. That was a funny joke.
He was.
22 awards, some other games received. Searching for this font took up half the development time. Director! Isn't needed here at all, really. The Red Rune Softworks teams is categorically against smoking, which causes loud headlines in newspapers and other diseases, and therefore we suggest that you replace this dangerous cigarette in the robot's claw for something more useful. Yes, censorship! I'm all in favour.
He's smoking a carrot.
Here you are again. Did you have time to think of how to behave during the interrogation? Remind him, R2-D3.
Ow. Nidd.
You tell us all you know from the beginning. No lie. Confirm?
Apparently, I have to put on a defiant expression and spit in the face of this piece of iron. I categorically disagree, but the game doesn't give me that choice. Ew. Ew. Phooey. Ow. My head.
You tell us all from the beginning or violence. You tell us that you fly to the funeral, but the liner explode radicals of Green Universe. Confirm?
Yes. Year 2073, somewhere on the outskirts of the universe. Ooh. That's a fancy spaceship. I doubt I'm a spaceship. Interstellar liner, unnamed. Your yogurt or something other ads could be here. I missed that bit. Oh, that's me. Or maybe not.
No, I don't think that's you. That's a dead person.
Well, that's a bit unfortunate.
It's a very clearly a coffee, I think.
Green Universe broccoli attack. Green Universe activists Excuse me, well, I'm reading the newspaper. Activists promise... What's this ruckus about now? Oh.
That's a little bit more than a ruckus, I think.
Oh no! My dead person! Well, that's a bit unfortunate now, isn't it? How did this happen?
Is that what we're about to find out?
Breathedge, Chapter 1, Lost in Space.
You lied to me. Sloga was impossible. Could not see the shuttle from space. Tell truth, no lie. Confirm?
Fine, continue your definitely unembellished story. Green Universe Broccoli. Oh, for crying out loud, this again. Oh. Oh, I told it realistically. I got knocked out.
I see. So this is the loading screen. Meanwhile...
We're loading.
Oh, okay.
Ew, what's this? Oh no, ew. Ew. Okay.
Greetings. I'm your funerary spacesuit's built-in guide to the world of space funerals. Before we start communicating further, confirm that you are still able to read after the impact.
Yes.
Splendid. You've gotten into a non-standard situation. The Breathedge Global Funeral Agency is proud of its impeccable history. However, your death may cause the loss of its reputation. Therefore, we suggest that you stop the gas leak and survive.
Okay. Gas
For the
leak.
sake of its reputation.
How do I stop? Help. No.
What about that chewing gum?
Ew. Phew, no thank you.
Can you put the chewing gum on the end of the pipe? That's the obvious thing.
I fixed it. Oh no!
Oh no, the chicken's gonna explode!
You'll need an object without any holes. When picking up any useful items, you can stuff them in your pockets, calling it an inventory, if you will. Take out the chewing gum from your pocket.
Oh no, that's the wrong button. Oh no, go away.
Try not to get your funerary spacesuit sticky while holding the chewing gum in your hand.
I feel
You're not
bad
gonna
about
plug
this.
the chicken, are you?
Oh, I pulled out the chicken. Never mind.
You deserve some words of encouragement. That's impressive. You
Aha!
almost won. Remember that the funerary spacesuit isn't designed for long-term use of persons or animals in outer space. It is recommended to immediately call for help on the interphone, improve the spacesuit, or become depressed.
There's no floor mat. Oh, that probably got dragged out into space.
Okay, so Potato says, "Oh, Sal, did you see the Final Fantasy?
She has
15?
not.
No, I didn't. Lieutenant Lukin's here. Hello.
Hello, welcome to communist space. It doesn't
Bernie
look
says,
like communist very much.
At Sal, no, I haven't actually, in reference to play in 2 Point Hospital, but
Ooh, back
When you
scratch.
discover a new blueprint of an item, it is automatically added to the memory reprocessor in the kitchen, where you can create this item using the necessary resources. Probably.
Nice. I've got a back
you-
scratcher. Ooh.
you actually scratch your back with that. Yep, but maybe he will before tomorrow's stream. Lieutenant Lucan says, that pin-up art doesn't look very communist to me. Bernie says, I'm liking this game already. Cell says, pin-up girls aren't everything. Lieutenant Lucan says, oh, it's just like Fallout New Vegas intro. Potato says, that was a lot of spit. Cell says, sweet, that is a great name. I don't know what that... What?
I wasn't worth blowing bubbles into the face of this immortal bird. The school wanted to sign me on as a sprinter after that race. That day I flew. It's a very funny picture, as you can see. I'm going to take it.
Cell says, sweet, it's an interstellar tragedy. Potato says, I blame those damn broccoli people. And Lieutenant Lucan says, oh no, don't tell me this is another game where we will be playing as Mia, looking for someone, dead person this time, named Mia. And Cell
Yes,
says,
my grandfather's called me now. I assume it's my grandfather. Look. The chicken was passed on in our family from generation to generation, but she loved Grandpa Mir even more than worms, I think. And Grandpa Mir always returned the affection. Yes, that's
Grandpa
how...
Mia loves his chicken.
I allow it.
Cell says she gotta have Mia. Bernie says, lol. Potato says, look at all
Man,
the pictures.
2030. Do you see the beard? I have always been good looking, although my beard was not as thick in my childhood. By the age of 3, it got better. Harry the cat was my first and last pet. He was a proud and a good one. Even the chicken respected him, I guess. At least she attacked me more than him. Nice. How do I open this door? Oh, I don't. That works too. My grandfather...
Bernie says that picture is a rip-off of a meme. Sel says yes. Sel says that may be intended. Home.
A bit general, but alright.
The running away little girl meme. Ooh, blueprints. Roll of fabric, thick electrical tape.
Ah, the newspaper.
Oh, now you can have
Green
a look.
Universe broccoli attack. Green Universe activists promise new terrorist attacks if burying any kind of meat in space is not prohibited. Our independent publication continues to cover the activities of the Green Universe radical group. Do we want to read the whole thing?
I don't think so. Alfie's
Those
here.
damn
Hello,
bananas continue kidnapping my goats! Well,
What a loud headline. But the probability of the liner crashing due to a terrorist attack is 65%.
65.
well, that's very
Well.
low, comparatively speaking. How do I...
Sel points
Ooh.
out that Mia's Mia is good at picking up chicks. And Sel says home is where the earth is. Oh, God.
I have to pick up all this garbage.
Oh, yeah, you get to tidy up, Mia.
One of the last photos of Grandpa, who didn't part with the chicken until his death. He really liked himself here, and I couldn't help putting this photo in the frame.
Is that the same chicken that you stuffed in the leaky pipe and had oxygen blowing out of its bumhole?
Yes. Where is the chicken? Is it in my inventory? Oh, well. I found alcohol. Well,
no,
that's
you've got
already going
blueprint
downhill.
for alcohol.
Well, I hope... Oh, a survival guide. And it's a
video
VHS
cassette.
tape. Nice. Is there a VHS?
It did say on that
yeah.
screen no
Insert
tape or something.
videotape. Ads. Insert. Woo. I guess we're watching TV now.
To pee or not to pee?
What? What? Space, so dangerous, so unpredictable. Just like your bladder. What? In space, you can find yourself left without the most valuable equipment at the most inopportune moments. Ew, this is wrong. Tip 2, trying to keep it all in. A thoughtless waste of resources can lead to your demise. This is wrong too. Tip 3, explore the environment in your search of aids. Oh wow, I'm really slow at reading. I guess I should craft. What are you doing This is
That's wrong.
Tip 4, collect any valuable items in space, but be extremely cautious. Don't touch that. This is wrong.
Okay, so don't touch the electricity. The chicken dielectric.
With due luck and diligence, you can repair the most valuable equipment. The most valuable
toilet.
equipment is the toilet. I hope
So
this
that you
isn't
can
an
wee in the
actual
toilet.
function of the game. Ugh. How about I stop this? Thank you.
Okay.
I feel
Potato
like-
says, let's name the chicken Sel. And Sel says, Bricken.
Well, okay. The chicken cell now. Examine. Home phone number 2U313BACOGF home. Oh, nice. A space phone number. Don't forget to feed the chicken. And summer 2008. Looks like Inya. Summer, I've never asked where this photo's from.
Meanwhile, Alfie has posted a link to an image of a little girl running with that says, Mia had found a leak to plug. I'm no chicken.
I'm making a phone.
The antenna, you'll have to go into
Cool.
outer space.
Never mind, I'm not making a phone call. My antenna's broken. Hold on a minute. Let me need to pick that up. Oh, well. I don't want this on my wall. Go away.
Cell says, space phones sure are common these days.
Radiation is detected. Probably this is the central core of the liner. Be careful. The radiation will kill you instantly in such a suit.
Yeah, I think I can see what the problem is.
Can you move?
Space.
Can you control your movements?
I can. Look, I'm moving around.
Right, fine. I was just a bit
I just
worried
need
that
to
you
find
might
out what
float
did I bump
away and then not be able to go back.
I guess
Oh, that's gone now.
This is gone now.
Are you supposed to collect all the stuff?
I think I was supposed to look at the antenna. Ooh, this doesn't look good.
Because it said it.
Ah!
Oxygen not included. Cell says, sweet, instant death.
Ah. Oh, my breath meter's down there.
Oh, yes.
Also, comrade, take care of your health.
Yeah, on the video it showed the guy collecting things.
Can I have this? No, I don't. I
You
need a handy scrapper.
scrapper.
Oh no, that's a back scratcher. Never mind. This really doesn't look good. And I guess that explains why I can't open the door.
Yeah. It's probably a good job because I think you'd probably lose all your oxygen if you did open the door.
Probably.
That was a close call. Try to adjust the antenna very carefully.
Hold on, I need to go have a breather. I hope I can upgrade this soon. This is going to be annoying already, I can tell.
What did it say? It said at the start it recommended that you either upgrade your suit, fix your space phone, or
Fix the space phone was the...
or become depressed.
Well, we'll become depressed. That's always an option. Anyway, I'm going to adjust the
You've
antenna.
got great engineering skills. You have broken the antenna completely. Now you will need some special equipment and interphone activation codes, which are encrypted in the memory of the steering wheel if it's still intact.
I'd assume the steering wheel was in the cockpit. Oh, there it is.
Lieutenant Lucan says, but comrade,
Crying out loud.
health belongs to the state. And Cell says, no, your health is the state. At the moment, I think Mia is the only state there is.
Well, you don't know
You
that.
seem to be the only survivor.
Well,
I suppose
well,
not.
look.
There's lots of bits
lots
around.
of bits
Yeah,
around.
you might have
It's
some
unlikely
friends
that I'm
in
the
some of
only
the
one who
others.
survived. Look, that looks healthy.
Bernie says 45 seconds. That's lesser than you had in Subnautica. Cell says pretty sure there were some smaller blobs you could pick up.
I found a nutrition thing.
Oh, good.
I found a metal thing. Found another metal. Oh, no, that's
Oh, you've
not a
got
small metal
blueprints.
Be
Hold
careful with
on.
the vacuum
Watch out.
breakdowns. An
Watch
electric shock
out.
of such power can lead to the failure of my systems, and I can't guarantee the safety of your corpse before the arrival of the funeral team.
I know.
No,
how
no,
to
it's
handle
a
this.
don't.
Aha! I fixed it. Excuse me, I'm
You
running
just
out of extra
killed the
oxygen.
chicken. Did you just kill the chicken?
I doubt it.
Potato says, don't
Can't
forget
take
about
the
your food
radio
and
with
drink,
me.
Mia. Bernie says lol, which I think might have been to do with the death of the chicken.
Oh, I can't take the radio with me. Ice. I now learned how to make water. I'm not sure what this water used to be, so I'm not sure if I want to just drink random space ice.
Well, Bernie says Mia did just kill the
sensors report
chicken.
the presence of some nearby cooling gel. Its microscopic particles can settle on the glass of the spacesuit, forming some beautiful frostwork, which can lead to visibility deterioration.
Well, now look, I've got another one. It's alright.
Okay.
I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, for crying out loud, somebody remind me to go look at the bloody steering wheel in a moment.
Alfie says, just don't drink the yellow space ice. Potato says the chicken is immortal. That's why I said we should name it Sal, because she's also immortal.
Oh no.
What?
My landlord is immortal.
It looks like the steering wheel. You need to try to connect to it.
How do I stop myself?
Great news! Using my ingenious 2-digit password matching algorithm, I managed to hack the interphone activation codes. Now all that's left is to build a cryptographic debugging station and reconfigure the interphone using these codes, which will take about 5 years with your current skills.
Hold on, did he say 2-digit password decoder?
Remember that you are still able to become depressed.
Yeah, that's an option.
Yeah, Cell says space ice isn't space. Bernie says steering wheel. That's before you got to the steering wheel. Steer your
remember.
wheel to the steering wheel. Lieutenant Lucan sings, chicken's gone and now we're dead. There is nothing else to plug with.
What was it supposed to do? No, that's not.
Oh, is this your crafting grid?
That's my journal.
So this
Create
is like
a
your tasks.
debugging station.
Okay.
Can't get more details. A processor. Water. Oh yeah, okay. This is where I can craft.
Oh, so they're
Enhanced
your
spacesuit.
blueprints.
The enhanced spacesuit is the same as the regular spacesuit, except painted with lead paint for greater moral support against radiation. Do not use while pregnant. Radiation protection
Bear
plus
that in
50.
mind, Mia.
Helmet. Another radiation protection plus 25. Where do I get more oxygen? Oh, a cryptographic debugging station. I need a wire. Alcohol. Burns well, kills bacteria, warms the body, or warms bacteria and kills the body. I don't remember exactly. Thirst minus 10, temperature plus 25, alcoholic intoxication plus 20. And then
So you do actually get drunk in this game.
Well, let's not try and aim for that, please.
Guess.
I found a drill
that another-
blueprint. Grandpa's garage was full of such blueprints. With them even a hamster could assemble a tiny helicopter for itself if it had the will and Phillips head screwdriver. Can I make a drill now? I can. Well, I could if I had more stuff.
Oh, John Late Dog's here. Hello, John. Welcome to the stream. And Cell says, wait, that isn't how alcohol's made. And Bernie says, I guess, B.
In communist Russia it is. Communist space, sorry, I forgot. Where would I find wires? Disregarding the fact that this is like full of wires here. Obviously, the electricity bit is full of wires.
Seems
right?
sensible. Seems sensible.
Can
Potato
I
says,
turn like in Space Engineers?
you should make some food and water, Mir, before you die of something other than depression. And Lieutenant Lucan says, this seems like a great game. 8 out of 10, not communist enough. Oh, chicken dielectric. So you got your chicken dielectric. But did you
What
get
does
wire?
that mean?
Well, a dielectric is something that is not a conductor of electricity. Usually means it's not made out of metal.
But does that mean...
In a metal environment.
Yeah, but is there a pun there
In an electrical
between
environment,
chicken and dielectric? Is there like something I'm not aware of?
It's just got a ring to it.
Oh, so just a ring.
Yeah. In space, you can't communist, you can only persist.
Oh, I've got a container.
And Bernie says, this is like
Oh,
full of
nothing
wires
good.
there, Mia.
I'll just leave all of these.
Potato says, Mia,
memorabilia in there.
eat, drink!
Yeah, just a moment. I need to figure out how to... Oh, no, I've already watched that. I have rubber. I don't need that. I don't need this. I don't need the alcohol. I don't need that either. I don't need the beer. There we go.
Cell says he has at least 3 minutes still. Cell says, hold your potatoes!
Oh, look, there's a guy.
And Spotted Cows here says, hi and a
Primary
late
analysis of
moo
the
to you
destruction.
all.
Most of the passengers of the liner died. This might be the biggest catastrophe in the history of astronautics,
Ooh,
the reasons for which are yet
most.
to be clarified.
Oh, well, he's dead.
A good moo to you too, Spotted Cow.
He's dead too.
So we are playing Breathedge, which is a comedy space accident simulator
With communism.
with communism.
Oh, look! Is that my grandpa?
A standard coffin of the Global Funeral Agency. The opening of the coffin will be considered an offense and an act of vandalism, but no one will judge you if you die.
I don't think that is Grandpa. And you're running out of oxygen. 6,
Oh,
5,
for crying out
4,
loud!
3, 2, 1.
Don't worry,
Ooh,
I'll
hurts.
just slowly die.
Ooh, hurts. Ooh, hurts. Ooh, hurts.
I found nutritious
more.
goo!
Still hurting.
Crying out loud. Have I found wires yet? I found the light switch.
Oh, I can hear the radio now. Lieutenant Lukin says, not a lot of people know about this, but
The
when
waste disposal
Yuri...
system is damaged and is operating in reverse mode. The toilet can suck objects flying past the shuttle when the tanks are full.
No, that's not how it should
Oh,
work.
hang on, can you hoover stuff from the outside and bring it into your spaceship
I don't
then?
want to have stuff hoovered into my toilet when I'm using it.
Well, it did say when the tanks are full. Does that mean you have to fill the tanks before it will hoover stuff from the outside? Because I think it'd be quite useful. It'd be like having a hopper in Minecraft. Oh, just bringing you stuff. Have you got yourself food and drink yet? Your drink is quite late.
This? Plastic. I need a handy scrapper for this.
Yes. So Lieutenant Lucan said not a lot of people know about this, but when Yuri Gagarin first flew into space, he officially annexed the universe into the Soviet Union, so all of space is communist. And Cell says Yuri is master then. And Potato says, remember me, remember to put the alcohol on the top shelf so that Cell can't reach it. Ha, I'm a chicken, I can fly. Even if it's
Chickens
only a little
can't
bit.
fly.
They can fly enough to get to the alcohol on the top shelf. And they only ever fly like they're drunk. Potato says, Mia, I'm sure junk like radios and video game consoles will have good stuff.
There, I've eaten now.
And Lieutenant Lucan says there are no masters in communism, only workers and peasants and members of the party who are slightly more privileged. Doesn't matter, no masters. And Cell says, I don't think a Hoover works in hard vacuum. Ha! Details. Bernie says, I feel compelled to put on the Soviet
Exactly
anthem.
what was on the blueprint, then try to reconfigure the
Oh.
receiver. If you have any doubts concerning it, then you will eventually suffer an electric shock, and then your spacesuit will automatically take your body measurements to order a coffin from our company. Thank you for choosing the Global Funeral Agency.
This is not
Very
really what I
reassuring.
had in mind when I was building a debugging tool, but you know, I'm
So how
a
do
master
you
debugger. It worked.
It worked.
Call for help. Attention, survivors. The rescue shuttle Hope was sent for you from the nearest
The rescuer's
evacuation
arrival time
point.
exceeds your estimated lifespan by 4,369 years. You need to get to the extraction point yourself, getting past the radiation. However, it's impossible to do this with your current skills. To increase your level, you need to create some crap imposed by the developers.
What? Well, alright. What's crap imposed by the developers? Where was that? There. Create and put the crab imposed by the developers in your hands so we could tell you about a unique upgrade system in the game.
Okay. So they don't mind breaking the fourth wall, obviously. I feel compelled to put on the Soviet anthem, but the player character might be Indian, which is holding me back.
Crab
This is a
imposed
dilemma.
by the developers.
God, they're not kidding either.
Actually, some crab imposed by the developers. Alright, fine, fair point. I found out that I can make a handy scrapper. I just need 3 metal.
Oh, well, you were picking up little metal balls outside, weren't you?
Yeah,
I
but
think
I
you
think
already. Don't you already?
Babe, incredible, survived one. I see your avatar online. Why don't I trust this person?
It
Because
wasn't possible to determine the coordinates of the survivor. Communication only works on reception, which gives a good reason not to respond and not to be distracted, despite the objections of the hormonal system.
Oh no, Grandpa's mug! No, come back. I've got some second thoughts about Grandpa Mir.
wait. Let me see. Bernie says, so anyway, where are the space ladders? Lieutenant Leakin says at Bernie, implying that Soviet anthem is not automatically the world anthem. And Cell says, only complete faith in Yuri can protect you in outer space. Peter Caliphus has joined the stream. Hello, Peter. Who says, now you have the handy scrapper in your blueprints.
I do, I just need to find some metal balls to make it.
Yep.
I'll find them
you already
eventually.
had some metal balls, Mia.
Well, no, I ran out of them when I made the decryption tool.
Oh, I see. Lieutenant Lucan says that can be interpreted in so many ways. I don't want to think about it. Potato says, Mia, grab the radio.
What radio?
I guess there was a radio.
Babe, my name is Babe. I'm very beautiful. You save me, I beg. I am completely alone. Take off your helmet. You may hear me cry. Hurry.
Your interlocutor has a very sweet accent, causing fatal errors in my grammatical functions.
Potato says, the radio in space.
Oh, tape recorder. Oh, I can only scrap it. I can't take it.
And Cell says, radio. Space radio.
What's the blue stuff?
Ice? Maybe?
Oh, yeah.
I understand that such an image can horrify you, but put your mind at ease. You will need to pay only half the cost of a damaged spacesuit in such a situation. The Breathedge agency is proud of its loyal attitude towards clients.
Oh, it's a leg.
It's a guy frozen.
Right. Yeah, I see. I was seeing a different thing. You know, like when the silhouette of two vases can actually be a face, and
Yes, I heard.
I was seeing something else.
Equipment, tools, handy scrapper.
Cell says that it's not a radio, Potato. Bernie says spotlight.
I finally
You've got
moved
your
up
handy
in the
scrapper.
world.
That looks very much like the debugger.
It probably is the debugger. Aha!
Lieutenant Lucan says, considering Grandpa Mir was born in the beginning of 2000s, he most likely has giant stashes of stupid 60-year-old memes, hentai and broken iPhones somewhere. Probably has. So that cup, it isn't the worst thing.
Babe, I see dangerous place on the radar. There is many life-giving rock skins. You cannot fly there. If you suddenly smoke there, you can explode. It is better to suffocate than to burn. What a lovely person, I guess.
Suffocate or burn? Well, I personally would go for option C.
I want a drill. Refined metal, thick electrical tape. Where do I find that?
Cell says, I don't think they have iPhones in Soviet space, considering there is cassette tapes and tape recorders. Well, the thing is that if you're heading out into space at this kind of era, how far away was it? 2073 or something? I think so.
Oh no! My water!
Oh. So if he set out into space, say 20 years
Oh
ago,
no, my water!
it might be that he...
Oh, for crying out loud.
It might still be a time where iPhones don't have any... maybe they've not found a way to make cell phones work over space distances.
Well, obviously I have a working space phone.
So maybe cassette tapes and tape recorders are reliable in space, whereas other forms of digital media aren't. I'm just wondering with Cell why they had cassette tapes and tape recorders. Why are they using 1990s or 1980s even technology?
Because it
in
looks
space?
cool. Oh no, where did it go? Got it.
And yet Bernie agrees with me, option C. Potato says, wow, Silas, when did you become a seductive woman?
Oh.
Lieutenant Lucan says, no iPhones, it's Wii phones. In Soviet Russia, they had Wii phones. And Cell says, our phones. Cell says, Mia, stop dropping the bottle. Lieutenant Lucan says, "God damn it, I am Russian. I shouldn't encourage these stupid stereotypes. I should battle them. But the bloody Western internet culture is so tempting."
Babe, are you still alive? I cannot name my coordinates, but there is debris here, and there is debris on the left. You have to help, I beg you. Quick, fly to me through the radiation.
Peter says, "Ignore what Babe says about danger and just explore any marker she gives you as fast as you can."
There's a marker? Oh, yeah.
Cell says, "Cassettes are actually horrible to use in space." Are they?
Well,
I've never
obviously,
tried
no.
myself. Is that because of
The largest condom in the world, and also an emission of
radiation?
gas, most likely oxygen. There's no data on the condom being suitable for an oxygen reservoir, but
What
you can
do
try
you
to construct
mean
a
this
simple
is-
balloon for distracting yourself from fatal thoughts.
An oxygen candle.
I'm feeling uncomfortable.
Oxygen
How
mirror.
do I use this?
Oxygen mirror.
Ha-ha!
Oh. Oh, well done. What is that?
An asteroid. It says so right in the middle of the
Well,
screen.
yeah, I know, but I mean, what's it make? Is that just going to give you rock?
Yes.
Huh.
Oh. Well, that was a waste of durability, I guess.
So now you can make more oxygen candles?
I don't know.
Cell says yes, which I presume was to me saying, is that because of the radiation?
The service supply compartment, almost intact. They usually install oxygen stations here. You would be in luck if you managed to get inside. A damaged door scanner. You can scan the scanner with a scanner to record the scanner's damage data to the scanner's scanner protection system for emergency depressurization of the compartment. You will need
Yeah,
a scanner.
did you get
I
that?
used the word scanner 8 times.
I now
Oh,
know
you
how
got
to make a
blueprint for
scanner.
Nice.
Oh, for crying out loud, quick. I'm about to die again.
Indeed. Yeah, I guess because I'm thinking like cassettes, I mean, they're magnetic, and say magnetic recordings use a bit of the electromagnetic spectrum, which is affected by radiation. So yeah, makes sense that radiation would affect cassette tapes.
Forgive my accent. Humanity fly all over the galaxy, but never make a good translator. Are you saving me?
Bernie says, "I can do without the rock. I prefer punk pop." Potato says, "You need to fix that oxygen problem."
Yeah, I do. Where do I find the bloody light bulb?
Cell
Light
says,
bulb.
I don't know. I think Soviet space wouldn't be as fun. You wouldn't have Hell March.
Toilet detected. Some of our clients are very sensitive about toilet talk, and therefore we included a dictionary filter which will replace the word feces with the word joy. Judging by the amount of joy around, this is the debris of the liner's public toilet. This means that there may be large reserves of water from the shower tanks nearby. The main thing is not to confuse them with liquid waste tanks.
Yellowish water. And a dead hamster. Do I need this? Poor fella, for some reason there's always been a lot of these rodents. Whether they ran away and multiplied, they were specially bred, I don't know. But I think there's still a lot of them. No,
I propose to
thank
call
you.
it Hammond, although this toilet doesn't look like a manned robot.
What do you mean, you blueprint yellowish water?
Potato says, "Oh, Mira, I found a new thing in the equipment tab." And Cell says, "Without rock or metal."
What's the new thing in the equipment tab?
And Lieutenant Lugan says, "But you would have
Items!
actual
Oxygen
Soviet-"
candle! I can now make these myself.
Ooh.
Nice. I don't need it though.
Yes, so Lieutenant Lugan said, "But you would have actual Soviet music." And Cell says, "Lies." Peter says, "You can rest on your bed to recover your health." I'm not sure if you found that out yet.
I have not!
That's probably wise, since you are down to the A in health.
It would probably be wise,
Ooh,
but
she is.
I saw that. It would probably be wise, but as you can tell, communism never sleeps. No. Come back to me.
No,
in a
but you
week
can
or so.
nap.
Oh, I can extract plate. Oh no, she is.
Ah, she is.
I do have
Conveniently.
shears.
No, you got a blueprint for shears.
Oh, I found scissors
scissors.
instead. I need to make light bulbs.
Spotty Cow says, blackberry cider is quite good.
Ah. I need some thick electrical tape.
Oh, you did get some wire from somewhere. Did you see where that was?
No, I forgot. I need some refined metal resources. Oh,
You
I
do
can
that
probably
too.
make the
Nice.
crap.
Why don't you get asleep before you make
Oh,
the crap in
I
case they...
I need one more metal. Don't worry, I'll just have a rest.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sleeping with the chicken. Don't take this out of context.
Lieutenant Lucan says, Soviet Hell March doesn't even exist in our timeline. After Einstein was killed by the Soviets in Red Alert 3, it's Japanese Hell March now.
The signals of the rescue shuttles appeared right at this point, but no one answered. Probably there is danger there, so it's worth to fly. I guess I need to make some food or something.
Cell says, God damn it. Potato says, in the equipment tab. Peter says you can find light bulbs at the Pink Wreck.
Ha! Thank you. I shall go there in just a moment. I need to fix this up. Takes a few minutes. Any moment now.
Do you want to empty some of your inventory?
Are
into
you
the
mad? I
container?
need all of this stuff. Onwards! Pink. Ooh, pink. Oh, yeah, of course.
What's that pink ball to your right there, just floating past your hand?
Ball
Oh no, that was your left. That was your left. Mia, you got your left and your right mixed up. That was my job.
It happens a few times
I
in life.
know.
Judging by the degree of decomposition, this subject died long before the catastrophe. We have a murder
Ew.
here, Sherlock, and we just have to ignore it.
It looks like murder by standard lamp.
It is unlikely that he suffocated from this, being in a spacesuit where oxygen is sufficient for an entire full breath.
It also looks like he peed himself.
Yeah. Well, this is all very concerning.
That hammer?
found
That's a murder weapon, I think.
A hammer covered in blood. The victim is also stained in blood. Probably the hammer accidentally got stained by the victim.
I'm dying again for some reason.
Oh, you're a long way away, Mia.
And that's just 50 meters.
Well, it's a good job you did get a sleep in, isn't it?
Maybe.
You're almost back down to it.
It's alright. Now, objects. I forgot to... Oh!
Oh, yeah.
When did that happen? I thought I need 2 refined metal. Oh, I found a
have,
refined
yeah.
metal. Well, anyway. Oxygen balloon. Inflated, smooth, beautiful, reusable universal cylinder. Reinforced with electrical tape. A miraculous engineering idea performed in a warm condom tone.
Yeah, Potato was saying oxygen candle, Mia. And Cell was saying eat the candle, Mia, remember?
I'm not eating the candle. I'm making a scanner. They ran out of plastic. Crap imposed by the developers. Actually, some crap imposed by the developers.
Do you need to put that in your hand?
Ah! You've completed the experience! 9,900 experience point. I've reached maximum level.
The electrical stimulation is complete. Having traced your brain's activity while you were working, your brain was stimulated with small electrical charges to improve your engineering skills. Judging by the result, it didn't work and caused a number of hallucinations. However, it was entertaining. You still can't get past the radiation, but I will mark the coordinates of the rescuers for useless motivation.
I have big bust and slender legs. I wanted you to know and motivate to save me. What do you mean hit myself? What?
What? Hits
Oh, this
yourself.
hurts!
Oh, Mia, your health's getting really low because you've
Yeah, I
been
guess
hitting
I'm
yourself with the crap imposed by the
got a
developer.
plant!
Yeah, you can scan it.
Fine it. Oh, I can scan. I need a scanner.
You're going to take that crap out of your inventory.
No, I need that.
Oh. Bernie says, suffocating sounds a lot more dramatic in this than it did in Subnautica.
I now have the blueprint for a
Burdock. That's the type of drink.
Well, that was the plant.
Yeah, I know. But you make burdock drink. Lieutenant Lucan says, what's the difference between realpolitik and geopolitik? And Cell says, I don't know, you need to get real with me. Peter says, the balloon needs to be equipped in the equipment tab and increases your total O2 reserves.
I imagined as much, but I'm not sure if I want to equip that.
But if you equip it, then...
My friends!
I know it's made out of condoms and all.
I can't really see my friends in there. The chicken. A good photo was taken 2 years before Grandpa Mere's death. This jacket has outlived him and will probably outlive me as well.
Is that you in the background?
Yes.
Look like you.
Thank you.
Potato's laughing about the fact that you've got a condom in your inventory anyway. So if you equip it in your equipment tab, then it increases your total oxygen reserves. So it would make sense to... So if you're going to carry around a condom with you, then you might as well. Bernie says, Mere, suck your air out of the condom already.
I'm going to make a balloon.
Cell says those were Grandpa's friends.
Oh, damn it. I must have misread. I just need some plastic. Hold on a minute. Where did I put the plastic? That's the fabric. I have it just any minute now. There we go. Oh no, I ran out of this thing.
Out of what?
My handy scrapper.
Oh. Oh yeah.
What am I missing? Oh no, hold on.
Potato says, well, on the bright side, you can use the condom on this babe person. I don't know why, but I have suspicions about that. Bernie says, question, is the balloon red by any chance? And are there 98 more of them? And Cell says, now that isn't very handy. Which I guess is about losing your handy scrapper.
Yeah, hold on a minute. I feel like I need to find more wires. And I forgot where I left the other one.
Next time you're inside, could you turn the music a little bit louder? Because it's quite quiet at my end.
I apologize. I just thought it looked a bit loud while we were in the main menu.
Yeah.
Are you not married? Are not you married? I am not yet, but very much want to. If we could go on date, are you saving me? He betrayed our marriage. Pervert, traitor, he deserved it.
The note is written by a woman who can professionally handle stationary items.
Don't forget the candle, mate. Don't forget your candle.
Shh. I've got enough oxygen reserves in my health.
Peter says, wire can be found sticking out of parts of ships.
That seems like a sensible place, but the last time I checked that, I couldn't find anything. Like, look, nothing here. Unless this isn't a ship.
The shuttle got caught in some larger debris. Lucky.
What do you mean, lucky?
Where did you get the last lot of wires from? Was that from the chicken dielectric wires?
No, I don't think so. Well, this mostly looks like metal. And I should be on my way back to get some more oxygen. You were right, oxygen really is not included in here.
The number of knockdown elderly women is impressive, as well as the fact that elderly women might be run over in space at all.
Cell says traitor.
Ah! Radios have wires.
Aha.
And batteries.
Potato says you can always bust open boxes, and Cell says you got the wires from some random thing. And Potato says, I don't think he has oxygen, but he's just holding his breath.
Right. Settings. Sound. Music.
Yeah, try it there. That should be fine. Oh, have you just turned the radio off? Still quite quiet. Is there a different setting for the radio?
Sound. Oh, I forgot to press the apply button.
Oh, that's better. Lieutenant Lucan says, main character does everything for the babe. Finds grandpa on the way. The babe turns out to be the main villain. He wakes up, screams something strange about thoughts, proceeds to sacrifice himself to blow himself and babe up. He dies, smiles, and whispers one last word into your ear. One letter. F. Game ends.
Did I not pick up the wire from the radio?
I thought you did.
I thought I did too.
Peter says wire and other items can also be found in containers.
Need a crowbar to...
And Cell says turn the radio off. Oh, do you not want the radio on at all? I quite liked it. Let's ask Chat. Chat, do you prefer the radio on or off?
How can you dislike the radio?
Ba-da-bee, ba-da-boo.
Excuse me, I need to have a think.
Potato says on. Cell says there was no wire in the radio.
There was not!
Bernie says on.
Heresy!
Spotty Cow says on. Cell says no. Ba-da-bum, ba-dum-bum. Potato says, explore some new wreckage, mate.
Well, I'm trying to. Just a moment, I need to put all this stuff away. What happens if I put the crap in post by the developers somewhere? What's this now? Oh, the paper. I receive a signal from Normandy. Do you get it too? I think it's some kind of trap. You mustn't fly there. Maybe these are survivors luring other survivors and eat them.
To eat them?
Well, that's concerning.
It does look like a modern art version of a sculpture of some cock and balls. Gotta say. You can imagine a label on it in the Tate Modern saying, phallic symbol. It's a dick and balls, says Bernie. Lieutenant Lucan says the radio doesn't play Green Grass of Home, the glorious Soviet space song 24/7. Turn it off, but the masses have the final words because we have democracy. And Cell says, wreck some new wrecks. Cell says, yes, it's dick and balls.
Hold on, I haven't been over here yet, have I?
I don't remember you having been over there.
So there might be wires here.
There's something with there's lights on things over there.
Seems they were playing some brain cracking game.
Well, yeah.
Fatality. Oh, wires! Nice. Oh, Extendo Slim. Well, I'll let him have it.
Oh, Peter says you can also open that door when you found the scanner by scanning the scanner.
Oh, yes, right, I remember that. Well, I remember it now that people told
Potato
me.
says grab the game!
Not grabbing the game, those guys are playing.
I don't think they're going to get very far on this level. There sure was brain
Oh, yes, I
cracking.
picked up wire.
You did.
I'm old and senile.
What did you want wire for?
I forgot. Was it the scat now?
No, you've got
Oh, equipment. What happened to the...
Did you put the condom away?
I might have. Regret, here I come.
Cell says post-mortem gaming is quite popular in space. And Potato says, but Mia, it's our turn on the system. About grabbing the game.
Yeah, I know. That's a fun internet joke as far as I'm aware.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hip with the kids. It bothers me a bit that I don't have this weird tilt pitch control I do in Space Engineers.
There can be no mistake here. This is a working autonomous oxygen station. It can be used for long-distance flights if you don't break it. You must carefully remove the station by removing 2 screws. Anyway, this doesn't matter anymore. At least now you have an understanding of how to assemble one. You have a set of its parts and a light taste of despair.
Watch out for that electricity.
Oh, I'm... Oh.
Oh, you're full of oxygen.
Nice.
Have you got your chicken to put that electricity out?
Apparently I always have my chicken with me.
I can hear more electricity. Potato says, oh, Salamea, your thoughts on Telltale? I shall tell you that in a second. Lieutenant Lucan says, in 2070, modern art will become so abstract that everything from paintings to sculptures would just be a sticker with a sentence, it's a star, star, star. It represents star, star, star. So it's not dick and balls, it's some kind of sci-fi equipment. And Bernie Bear says, hip with the kids. Pa, you
It looks
didn't
like a mail
even...
delivery shuttle. Surely it was carrying a lot of useless things, most of which were stolen before loading.
Oh. You didn't even recognise that meme photograph. And Cell said Mira's the least hip person I've ever heard. He probably doesn't even like hips. Oh,
You're right.
you're all being
Then
mean
affront
to
to
me.
God. I found an oxygen generator. Oh, hold on. I'm... But babe, when after I connect to these points, signal not pass. A very strange place, most likely deadly. You need to find out what's there. Oh, she keeps sending me locations for crying out loud.
Yeah, how far are you from the oxygen? You're 3, 2, 1. You've only got 3/4 health to start with.
It's fine, I have this right here.
Okay. And Spotty Cow says, what? Mia misses something from Space Engineers. And Lieutenant
Oh
Lucan...
no!
What?
I missed something from Space Engineers.
Oh yeah, you did. And Lieutenant Lucan says at Cell, that's so good. He is like your dad, but you're not related and he plays video games online.
Wait, who is?
Referring to you.
Oh no!
Being like their dad, but not related and playing video games online.
Who am I related to now? Unrelatedly.
Lieutenant Lucan and Cell.
I'm sorry,
And Peter says there
but
is
I'm proud of you, son.
Peter says there is a mail ship when you look out of the oxygen room. Many items in mailboxes. Or is that what you've just
that.
found?
I've just been there.
Uh-huh. I'm a little behind on chat. Not far, though. Potato says, Candlemere. Cell says, drink the candle.
I'm not drinking the candle, I need it. Novichok. The Novichok drug is developed with the support of the Pension Association. This unique drug consists of such rare ingredients as chalk, probably increasing sexual potency, coal, probably increasing something as well, water, sugar and absorbic acid. Recommended for persons who attain sexual maturity and experiencing an unreasonable fear of intimacy even with themselves. Male potency tablets. Remember I ate a whole box of them when I was a kid because I thought they were sweets. It was the first time when I discovered some peculiarities of the body, such as uncontrollable vomiting and diarrhea at the same time.
Oh, dear.
An unknown substance with a suspicious name.
So that hit with the kids
The
thing.
investigation is successfully completed. It is obvious that the victim was poisoned by a Novichok chemical weapon for treason. This is confirmed by the cipher from a note that the female agent lost at the scene of the crime. Some special agency clearly had a hand in this.
Yes. Excuse me, I'm suffocating.
There's a streamer called Chad, and he was talking about his grandfather, who at the time was 72, and referred to himself as being hip with the kids. And I just love that phrase, so I've taught it to Mia. Your health's getting quite low, Mia. You might want a little nap. You know, you
fine.
elderly people need little naps now and then.
I need to put this garbage thing somewhere. Where did my... Oh, there. Perfect. Oh, a spacious travel suitcase every passenger used to have. The suitcase has no internal compartments, secure locks, wheels, retractable handles, or competitors. What does it do?
Bernie says, Mia, you were created in God's image, so are you saying God needs some more body positivity? And Cell says, Mia is not related to me. It is all unrelated. Wait, those are literally just vitamin pills.
Hold the phone. If I were created in God's image, God would be a bloody sentient cloud.
And Lieutenant Lukin says, I mean, that Mia is so unhip, just like your regular dad.
Oh.
And
Well, that just undermines the whole point.
And Cell says, well, at least Mia isn't a hippie. And Lieutenant Lukin says, oh, Novichok. Very funny develops, very funny. 7 out of 10 now. And Cell says, oh.
I feel like I dropped some things over here.
Peter says there is a shawarma, if I remember the name right, at the mail ship that opens another blueprint.
Oh, a what now?
A shawarma.
What the hell is a shawarma?
I'm trying to remember. I know that word and I can't remember what a shawarma is. And all I can think of for some reason is kebabs. I don't think it's that. Bernie says, Sal, please, quick, give us your best dad joke. Quick, before Sal does it. I only know one joke, you all know this. It's like, horse walks into a bar, the barman says, why the long face? That's the only dad joke I know, and it's the only joke I know. And Sal says, I don't know any jokes. And Elemental Blaze, hello Elemental Blaze, says, so as I'm understanding, Mia is merely stuck in the dad zone.
I'm not stuck in the dad zone. I'm... Can I talk about our adoptive daughter?
Our adoptive daughter? I'm confused, I didn't know we had an adoptive daughter. Or is this a royal we? Shawarma is basically a doner kebab. Yes, I was right. Thank you, Alfie. Peter says that suitcases can be dropped on the ground and used as storage. Oh, so it's extra storage. Shawarma is like some kind of food, says Potato. Spotted Cow said, if I was created in God's eyes, please somebody give him glasses. Potato says, oh, Sal, Telltale. Yeah, we'll get to it. And Sal says, stuck in the Meosphere. Right, did we catch up on all of chat there?
Well,
Yes, I
we
think
did ignore Potato's telltale point.
We did.
Are you even aware what happened? Hold on.
Yeah, they
Stop.
were bust.
Do you try to overcome radiation without spacesuit? Must try definitely. It might save us.
Yeah, I think I said to Mia at the time, well, they did have a bit of a risky business model, so
Roll
I'm
of
not
fabric,
dreadfully
lead paint,
surprised.
aluminium. Glass, lead paint, aluminium. Hold on. I found
Potato
how-
says, am I the adopted daughter?
Yes.
Bernie says, isn't it shawarma or is it shawarma? And Cell says, shh, that's just a wah. Also a tiny echo. Oh, Sal has an echo. That might be because I'm the way I'm sitting.
How dare you sit like this? Stop it.
Let me sit this side of the microphone. How's that? That any better? Sometimes if I sit so that I'm at an angle to chat, I end up talking into Mia's microphone while I'm looking at chat.
I ran out of scrappers.
An Elemental Blaze says, is anyone else hearing Sal as an echo? Sal says yes. Do I still have an echo?
Probably.
And Potato says, so do I have to call Sal and Mia mum and dad now? And Sal says, but the echo's gone, right? And then Sal says, no.
No. Sal is like your uncle. I'm your mother and father.
And Bernie says, Sal, sit yourself down properly, right this instant, young lady. And Potato says, double the Sal, double the fun. I
What's
could
with
try
all
fiddling with the
these
microphone.
things?
A lot of various goods were transported in the cargo holds of the liner unnamed. The Global Funeral Agency rented only a small part of the ship's space in the framework of the advertising company and has nothing to do with these goods.
Okay. Very concerning.
Elemental Blaze says, sadly I'm still hearing the echo. And Spotted Cow says, Mia also has a small echo now.
Oh, you made it worse. Thank you.
Mia the Mia and you get a mealy Mia, says Sal.
Have a look at what I need to make an oxygen station. Because I feel like I need one now.
Potato says, the echo isn't that bad at all, trust me.
Right. Object, stations, oxygen station. Oh yeah, right. I needed an aluminium. Where do I find that? Tools, drill. I need refined metal and thick electrical tape. I can make that. I can make refined metal. Oh no, I can't! Why can't I? Oh, those are not metal, those are wires. Excuse me, I'm gonna go hit some things.
Peter says, that's shawarma, or shawarma, I can't remember how Bernie suggested we pronounce it. Opens up the accelerator blueprint, so you might want to get it soon.
I still don't know what a shawarma is. Am I looking
It's a
for a
kebab.
kebab in space?
Yeah, food. Bernie says, be careful, Potato, one day you might get double Sal if her sister ever joined her on the air, and then what'll happen? And Lieutenant Lucan says, let's teach Sal horrible jokes. Beria visits Stalin. Comrade Stalin, a man came to Kremlin. He claims that he can see the future. Shoot him. Why, Comrade Stalin? If he knew the future, he wouldn't have come in the first place. And Potato says, maybe in one of those asteroids you can find raw metals.
Nah, unlikely. Don't be silly. You don't store them there.
And Elemental Blaze says, true, the echo can be far worse. Apparently the echo is only slight.
Yeah, imagine if the echo were just someone like Anubis sitting in the background and slowly repeating everything we're saying.
I mean, if it does get bad enough, we can start and stop the stream.
We could do that. Or we could just hire Anubis to be the additional echo.
Potato
He's
says,
hireable, right?
a real double cell? I don't see that as a bad thing. And Cell says that's a great deal. Well, in just a few weeks' time, not only will you have, hopefully if everything goes to plan, not only will we have Mia and I streaming on a Wednesday and Thursday night, but we will also have Anubis and Boris in the room with us.
Like I said, we're hiring them to be our echo.
Yeah,
I
we shall
want
have
to have-
Boris and Anubis as our echo, because we're all going to be in the House of Nidd together.
Oh, well, now you're just bragging. Why
Yeah,
would
we're
I want
having
to
a
make
Nidd away.
yellowish water?
Maybe you can use it for something because it's like
I don't
chemical.
want to
It'll be
use it for anything.
it'll be acidic, won't it?
Still don't want to use it for anything. You must try not to eat food. You must not try to eat. Food can be poisoned and water and air. I care.
Bernie says, at Mia, question. What do you do if you see a spaceman? Answer, you park, man. And Elemental Blaze says, double the Anubis? And Cell says, no bus here. Lieutenant Lucan says, how much is the Echo these days? Spotted Cow says, it's lemonade. Cell says, you get some urea from that yellow ice.
Some what now?
Urea. It's got ammonia in it.
Oh,
You might need ammonia for something.
no I don't.
How do you know? You might need to make hair dye.
I don't want to.
Maybe Babe needs to dye her hair blonde.
I found the aluminium. Why are you whispering?
Because you did.
I didn't. I just made myself sound ominous.
Oh, I thought you were whispering or trying to sound hoarse.
No. I was trying to think of a horse joke.
Oh, horse is a horse, of course, of course. Cell says, I've heard ammonia is worth a lot. What, in this game or generally? Because fish have got a lot of ammonia in them.
Where did I find lead paint? Oh, hold on. I wanted to look out for a kebab.
Ba-bum-bum. Yeah. Peter told us where we find the
Oh, for
shawarma.
crying out loud. I
I
need
really
some...
fancy a kebab now.
Yeah, me too. Unfortunately, you don't have any good ones in this country.
No,
I tried
we don't
one
get
of them.
kebabs like... But I don't really fancy a doner kebab. I fancy more like a shish kebab.
I'm somehow not moving forward.
maybe with a
Ignore the fact
Peshwari
that I'm
naan.
currently chatting with someone. Oh. It was just the console. I was worried it would show that on screen.
Cell says, I don't think the ammonia industry uses fish. No, because the fish is... Like, there's probably easier ways to get your hands on ammonia. Well, I don't think you'd really want to get your hands on ammonia. But probably you get a lot of ammonia from stuff like maybe pig's waste or something like that. Elemental Blaze says, dear Lord, Mia wants lead paint, lol. And Potato says, I want to have a doner now.
We all want to have one, really.
I didn't even think I'd be hungry tonight. I had the biggest piece of cake in the office.
Oh, for crying out
Cell points out a handful of ammonia.
The mad thing about this is, we had a woman celebrate her birthday today. It wasn't Janice from accounting or HR.
No.
One of them doesn't even exist. And for some reason, after having had a piece of cake, her birthday cake, Sal decided, could do with more cake.
It wasn't me.
Of
I was
course it
talked
wasn't
into it.
you.
Another member of my team started talking, going on about cake. And she said to me, should we go and get some, shall we? Should we go get some cake? Should we
That
go get
was
some cake?"
definitely you.
And we were, no, I was probably
there.
talked into it. And I'd
I forgot what I wanted to
because we were all hanging around late. We were supposed to be going to a training course. The trainer was stuck on a train from London that was running more than an hour late, and it was like, let's go get
that's
cake.
what I wanted to... What do you mean I don't have enough space?
In your inventory?
No, fine. Hold on, I can fix it.
Spotted Cow says, at least this game won't kill you when you hit the wall like some games from our Lord and Saviour Keen.
I'm sure I could try.
Peter says, with proper placement, 3 oxygen stations are enough to let you finish the game with proper protection and accelerator.
Oh.
And Elemental Blaze says, the cake is a lie. And Cell says, proper protection or proper protection?
Oh, no, stop it.
Bernie says, Mira's calling Cell fat. And Elemental Blaze says, sounds like a bin. I missed that one.
Hold on, can I move the oxygen station
I'll
after
tell you
I've
about
placed it?
tell you a thing about that in a moment.
Can I move the oxygen station after I've placed it? This is essential to me.
No. Either Potato or Peter might know. Can we move the oxygen station after it's been placed? A Potato says, talked into it. Member of staff says, let's get more cake. Sal says, dibs on the big piece. Well, normally that might be my response. Potato says he doesn't know.
It's the blue thing a kebab.
Cell says it says you can't.
Oh no.
A model from the advertisement of the Global Funeral Agency. She looks good even without her head, but I wouldn't recommend touching the picture, as it could be regarded as sexual harassment.
Okay, I wasn't planning to.
Yeah, she hasn't got nearly enough clothes on her to for Mia to be touching.
Add that to the fact that she's a giant cold
Headless.
metal hunk in space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Potatoes. Cell says, did you read what it said? And Potato said, so place it in a smart spot.
A handmade unit with batteries producing oxygen based on hydrolysis. It heats up so much that after starting it is better not to touch or disassemble it. The station would have stunk of hydrogen and something else vaguely familiar, if not for the vacuum and your spacesuit. So I'm not allowed to move it. Okay, fine.
Yeah, Peter says the O2 station
Freezing
can't be moved.
danger? Oh yeah, makes sense, I guess.
What does Babe say?
You're still not there? It's so grief.
The pin-up lady is only wearing a tank top.
The shuttle's plating is blue. These are the rescuers. Given that the evacuation shuttles have increased strength, the impact force must have been incredible.
What do you mean these are the rescuers?
Potato says that the pin-up lady doesn't even have any panties on. Peter says lead paint can be found where the no signal mark is. 1, preferably 2 O2 stations needed to reach it. You'll need the drill and the handy scrapper to collect all the items there.
Well, first I need to have a bit of a snack. And the better song on the radio.
Ba-bum boom, ba-bum bum.
Ba-da-boom.
Ba-dum boom, ba-dum bum.
Ba-da-boom.
Cell says,
Ba-da-boom.
Mia.
What? I'm busy.
Elemental Blaze says, lol, Sal gave Mia the cold soul shoulder, so now he's freezing. Cell says, God damn it, Mia. I don't know what about them.
I still haven't found the bloody kebab.
Oh, it was the radio, I'm guessing. Data says, here's the image Mia sent to me, assuming he wants me to redraw it with a near-naked Sal. I don't think so. It's not really...
I was referring to the logo and the coffin. They unfortunately don't really bring them without the woman. I was looking, trust me.
Bernie says, personally, I feel like the song... I feel like the song before they changed the station was better.
No, I disagree.
Danger, keep
The
away,
shuttle was flooded
right
with paint
hand.
during the crash. Even the service center wouldn't be able to clean it from the inside. It's impossible to repair it. The paint itself also has no value after freezing.
Right hand bottom of your corner says danger, keep away.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm not gonna make it back there in time.
You have a candle.
I have a candle. Is that the
Did
kebab?
you actually take your candle?
Not yet.
Lieutenant Lucan says, you don't mind if I post more stupid jokes? Not like this is the only thing I do in this chat. No, we don't mind the occasional
Hold the
stupid
phone.
jokes.
Only thing we're doing is trying to come up with stupid jokes on stream. So you're very much in keeping with the theme if you try that.
Yeah.
Oh, for crying out loud, I'm almost back. Stop harassing me.
I think anything's okay, as long as you don't spam it, I suppose. Can
somebody
Taser says, that's just radiation exposure. Take your bloody candle. Yes, I've heard it's quite calorific. Or caloric. Potato says, Sal, tell.
He wants you to tell a tale. So once there was this guy called Siegfried. He was very good friends with another guy called Frank. Some people would have assumed it's Roy. Like, for example, my co-worker, the bloody soup lady. She's not literally bloody, but sometimes she's infuriating me with her bloody crisps. The crisp was also not really bloody, but you know what I mean. I think.
So, I was going to... did I ever tell chat about the time that you implied something about the weight of my bum?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, have I already told chat that?
Yeah, you have.
Oh, okay, I won't tell that story again. So, Telltale. Yeah, I think when Mia mentioned it to me, I wasn't surprised because I think they were running a relatively risky business model. They have to pay an awful lot up front and then for the licenses to do what they were, to work on the games they were developing. Doesn't take much for one or two not to work.
If this station doesn't explode, your engineering skills will be reconsidered. I recommend that you investigate the immediate vicinity in search of radiation protective equipment for flying to the evacuation zone.
Peter says shawarma is deep inside the mail ship. You won't be able to see it from afar. Bernie says, I haven't heard that story.
I'm a bit cool. I'm fine.
Oh, it's okay. You're melting again. Right, fine.
It was just a bit too close. Yeah. Look, there's a warm spot over there.
Yeah, deep in the mail ship, me.
In the mail ship?
Yep.
Oh, why didn't people tell me this? They probably have.
They
I've
probably
just
have.
ignored
You are
it.
probably not listening. Yeah, that's how these things go. Your radiation's now up to the. Oh no, it's
fine.
dropping again. Okay.
Oh, this thing's limited? Well, we have a problem now.
So the story that people haven't heard, apparently, was we're sat in a meeting, and the chairs in the meeting room are...
The temperature control system proved to be extremely reliable and works even when the shuttle is destroyed completely. I wouldn't recommend disassembling and examining it.
Are relatively narrow. Like they're not like normal office chairs. They're narrower so that they can stack a lot of chairs into a room, so you can have sort of seminars. And it was a seminar type meeting. And I had my cup of coffee and my phone and stuff and things. And so I wanted to put my phone down, so I just tucked it under the edge of my bum on my chair. Mia happened to spot at some point that I was sitting on my phone. He said,
Are you aware that you're on your
you're
sitting on your phone?
aware that you're sitting on your phone? And I said, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm not putting any weight on it. And Mia said, doesn't look like it. To which I said, why? Are you suggesting my bum looks big? And then I proceeded to tell everybody else. Mia obviously was just saying like, no, it meant you look like you were sitting on it properly, like you're putting your weight on it. Peter says the guy on the way to the no signal has an eye. You need to open the nearby container with lead paint and other items. I think this will open the lead paint blueprint.
I don't know what I'm looking... There we go. There it was.
Potato says, so Sal, any highlights at work other than cake? Peter says, use alcohol and the red lights to defrost.
I will not stoop down to that level. I'm teetotal, even in death. No,
Peter says, you can make a charger for the O2 station
your body,
to refill
flash
it.
can be noticed by rescuers and you become my hero.
Did you hear that bit? Peter says you can make a charger for the O2 station to refill it.
I can't.
Sel says, Mira's good at pick-up lines. And Bernie says, poor Mira, I bet he turned beet red. Yeah, I insisted on telling my boss, who was sat next to me, and a couple of the lawyers who were sat near us, while Mia was going, no, I didn't mean it like that. And Potato said, well, in today's day and age, big butts are a good thing. I knew he didn't mean it like that, but, sometimes things are just begging to be taken out of context. And Lieutenant Lucan says, is it? Tachanka.
Oh, for crying
you've
out
broken your
loud.
scrapper again, mate.
I might die.
Bernie says, Mix-a-Lot would approve, I'm sure. Oh, Lieutenant Lucan says, 10 out of 10 now. Sir Mix-a-Lot, wasn't that one of the robots from Robot Wars? Or was that... not? And Potato says, man, Mia, you are just littered with waypoints.
I don't know where they all came from.
From Babe.
Well, I know that, but I'm trying to ignore that fact. So this person doesn't exist, so they just randomly appear.
They're giving you waypoints to good things.
I'm not sure if they're good. When I was trying to follow one of them, I almost froze to death. What happened to all my metal?
Robot Wars was Kill-a-Lot, so Mix-a-Lot was the I like big butts and I cannot lie singer, says Alfie. Yes, Kill-a-Lot, that's right. And Bernie says, I like big butts and I cannot lie. All you other mother truckers cannot deny. That song by Sir Mix-a-Lot. It's like, yeah, I remember it now. But you can see Sir Kill-a-Lot, Sir Mix-a-Lot. You can see how I managed to get those confused.
No. I don't know either of them. So it's entirely a mystery to me.
Is there any in storage, Mia? Did you put any metal in storage?
I would never.
You might have.
I haven't. Let me demonstrate how I didn't put anything in storage.
What have you put in storage? And then that
Ta-da!
way, if we know what you've got in storage, then we know...
I've got loads of garbage, a battery, another battery, some goo, and some ice.
Right. So Sal mixed up Sir Mix-a-Lot. I did indeed. Lieutenant Lucan says Tachanka is the Soviet Civil War song that was played in the background recently. I don't really know what does it have to do with space, because the song is about a battle machine gun chariot used during the Russian Civil War. Yeah. Oh, well, kudos for the developers knowing something that was relevant and not dreadfully well known. Relevant and not stereotypically well known about the Russian Soviet Union. Cell says in space there is a lot of space for songs.
I don't know why, but this space music is so peaceful, I just want to fall asleep and suffocate in space.
The rescuer spacesuits are like funerary ones, but I always wanted to learn how their flashlights work as they don't require recharging. I propose we loot the corpse for scientific purposes.
Right. Well, I've done that now. Was that all I needed to do here?
You were building a new handy scrapper so that you could go to the mailroom and get the shawarma.
Yeah, I do remember that, but now I want to build a flashlight.
Potato says, man, nutrition goo sure is crunchy. Bernie says that he liked the Novichok reference more, mostly because it's rather current, especially... Oh, that's where I know the name from. I'm not very good with names. I tend to forget them very quickly.
Equipment.
Unless it's particularly relevant to me. Lieutenant Lucan says, yeah, what's next? This is book. We shoot down civilian spacecraft with it. Bloody Westerners.
Well, there we go. Why didn't it work the first time?
Yeah.
I have no idea how to activate the flashlight. Is it F?
Did you just pee?
Okay, I'm going to remove F from this keyboard.
No, I'm not sure that you did. I just thought that you might have. Just try F again. Something happened. But I'm not...
I'm pretty certain I know what it is.
Is it? Is that what's happening? It is, isn't it? You are peeing. That's a piss, not the flash, says Cell.
I'm going to go be the Preston bed now.
So it might be T for torch.
You have to think communistically. That's a word now. So, what would a communist call his light? Communal building, emitting light.
Well, you
S.
could try L for
A
lamp.
street light. No. L for lamp.
Try L for light.
No.
Light, says Bernie.
T, no. I've
Try
tried
P
L.
for light, says Cell.
P for light, no. C for... No. X.
Try T for torch.
No. V. Try T.
Oh.
Hold on, let's turn off
You
the
could
light.
always go to the controls.
I could. Controls. Equip item flat. No, I'm pretty sure that's not it. There we go.
No, flashlight.
fixed it.
Up there. Flashlight.
Where? I'm blind. Oh, middle mouse button.
Aha!
Oh no! I thought I unbound that button. I did not. Right. Put it far away. Can't happen again.
And Potato says, Mir, don't whip it out here. You're streaming here. Potato says, turn the camera off first if you need to go. Elemental Blaze says, wrong type of flash, Mir. And Alfie says, flashlight's the middle mouse button. And Cell says, no,
That came a
that's
little
mouse
bit late.
button 3.
It came too late.
And Lieutenant Lucan says, light is... Now, please excuse my pronunciation here. I think it's Svet, or... How do you pronounce a B in Russian, Mir?
I'll get back to you about that
Okay.
in about 10 to 6
But anyway, he
days.
suggested press C or C. S or C. Alfie
We've
says,
already
"Have
firmly
potato."
established that it's the middle mouse button. Oh, no, come back.
Wrong type of streaming. And Cell says, to C, press C for Cell. Yeah, there it is, Nick. There it is.
Oh, I have a durability counter down there. Damn it.
Get your chicken out.
Is there a more durable version of... Where did my balloon go? Why is it over there now?
Did you get turned around, or did your balloon get turned around?
Oh no, please don't tell me I released it while I was moving. Oh no, it's perfectly still. I don't know why it's over here now. How about I bump it back? That's not moving at all. Also, I don't think I found any accelerator or lead over here.
Shawarma, you looking for?
I thought this was the shawarma.
Yeah, it's somewhere around here.
Breathedge contest, some year 08. Well, let's take it. A speaker.
Yeah, gonna need a new handy scrapper, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I'll be back in a moment.
Peter says the shawarma is floating inside, not in a crate.
Oh! Fine.
And Lieutenant Lucan says, oh god, the pickaxe broke. How are we gonna mine diamonds now? And Potato says, ooh, home movies.
I haven't seen it. Am I blind? I found... what?
Why do you need underwear if you have such a beautiful spacesuit with smartest AI, which is me?
You got new pants.
I don't want them. Oh no, I lost the bloody scissors. Another oxygen candle. Yes, I know. Maybe it's up
You
there.
knocked it? Could always have happened if you were reversing out or something.
Well, I don't doubt that it could have happened. Still, I would have hoped it's large enough to be noticeable.
Don't know. Kebab's
Oxygen
not that big.
generator. Oh, I just leave it floating around here, don't I?
Ideally inside, I think? Wait. Cell says spacesuits have diapers. Cell says I will take those underpants. And Bernie says I see your shawarma is as big as mine. And place that reference.
Why do you need underwear if you have such a beautiful spacesuit with smartest AI, which is me?
And Elemental says underwear under there. And Potato says,
What
well, haha, you found the shawarma.
I thought I was looking for a spaceship shaped like a kebab, not a literal...
Oh, I thought you were literally looking for a kebab.
Why didn't you tell me this?
Well, when I said go find a shawarma, I
thought you meant
assumed
like a
you were
tube-shaped
like-
spaceship, not this.
Well, judging by the other kinds of things that you found floating around, it seemed sensible that it was actually a kebab. Potato says, well, I guess to help, look for this. And posts a picture of a shawarma. And Alfie says the shawarma's on the wall. Potato says, Amir, grab the panties. Peter says, try using some light to see better. Aha.
I should have done that. Yes.
Bernie says, I was right. It's shawarma. Cell says, you and your warmers. And
Is the oxygen generator what I need to plug into this thing? Probably. Anyway, I don't have space for another suitcase, so...
Lieutenant Lucan says, we all know it's shawarmas. And Elemental Blaze says, Spaceballs reference! It was bound to happen here. I haven't seen Spaceballs. Oh, it's a funny film.
No, I know
film.
what Spaceballs is. What was the Spaceballs
It
reference?
was
it the shawarma?
I see your shawarma is as big as mine.
Oh, that one.
I haven't seen Spaceballs for that long. I can't even remember the reference. Cell says, let us all just agree that it is said Sauron. Potato says, nope, it's Swartz. Can't we just say it's, we all agree that it's tasty? Alfie says, use the Schwartz. Bernie says, hang on, let me see if I can get the difference in the pronunciation.
It's different from the others. Hold on. I need to turn off all those markers so I can actually...
And turn off the radio as well in case there's
Already
any...
did. This place... It's different from the others. Breathedge. You can't take a splendid picture of your breakfast for Instagram here, based on a true story. If you don't buckle yourself up to the bed, your sleep...
Can be cut short.
Yeah, the toilet looks like a vacuum cleaner. You can't survive in such conditions. Probably somebody.
Said somebody.
Here you must do sports even if you're big boned. No, it's not hell. This is... space.
Space!
Severe place for true heroes. Space already shown all over the sky. Time for the Cosmonautics Day, dedicated to the memory of those who keep pushing us to a bright future. Well, I'm glad we discussed this.
Peter says, can't you fill a suitcase with things and take it when it's full? A Potato says, check the tabs.
Oh.
Cell says, space isn't severe. Bernie's ruffling at us. And Lieutenant Lucan says,
I'm not going to insert the underpants. I can't do that even. I have a hamster.
You still have the dead hamster.
I'm not sure why I do that.
Lieutenant Lucan says, I don't know how tasty it is, but the ancient Russian rumour always told me that shawarma is made out of cats. Not a big fan. Yeah, there's always a rumour that, you know, kebabs are made out of some meat that you don't expect it
Accelerator.
to be. But at least in the UK, I know that when you can buy, as a kebab shop, you can buy kebabs from the wholesalers so much more cheaply than... I mean, the cost of actually trapping all of those cats compared to just going to the wholesaler and getting the meat. I could understand if there was a shortage of meat or meat was really expensive. Then, yeah, household pets might end up being on the menu. Bernie says that duck was the icing on the cake. Sel says more like the icing on the ice. And Elemental Blaze says, lol, that toy duck. So, Mia, your thoughts on Telltale?
Well, I didn't really care for Telltale the last few years. All the things they were putting out didn't really interest me. I mean, their weird dabblings with Batman, or that weird Game of Thrones game. Hold on, that probably wasn't recent anymore at this point. What else did they do?
Cell says, wait, what do you have in the miscellaneous section? Bernie says, you!
I'll go have a check. Hold on. Where was the achievements?
Yes, you!
Alright. What was I? The only thing I was really excited for, to be honest, was the recent announcement of The Wolf Among Us 2. Which, you know, was nice. They kinda left it on a semi-cliffhanger in the first season, and I want to see how that turned out. But, I guess that's not happening anymore.
Anyway, it's stopping me from playing the game.
Yeah, it is.
I can't think and play at the same time.
I forgot where I left the miscellaneous tab. Messages! Why do you need underwear? Oh, yeah, hold on. I didn't want to hear that. I also don't want to read these. Rescue team. Is that Colonel Shepard? Attention survivors. The rescue shuttle Hope was... Oh, yeah, I read that message.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the evacuation point. Alright. Decor. Oh. Vehicles? Vehicles. Miscellaneous. Oh, I already looked at that. The miscellaneous tab contains a hamster, some beer, and more beer.
Bernie says Mia's got you in his pocket. And Potato said that Walking Dead license most likely killed the company.
Mm-hmm.
Cell says Colonel or Colonel Shrapnel?
I wouldn't know. Right, what do I have? No, spacesuit. Such guys always hide various useful things in their pockets. Well, fine. Let's see what they have. Oh, I can change the color. Nice. Paint supply. Oh, I need the lead paint. Rescuers. No, don't need them. Area with glass. I do need glass.
Yeah, Bernie says, now, I get that when Mia says Colonel Shepard, he's thinking of the Mass Effect character, but me, I always think of the Stargate Atlantis character. That's who I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, hold on. I should have said Commander Shepard to refer to Mass Effect. Colonel Shepard was Atlantis. Subconsciously, I was probably thinking of Atlantis here.
Although, if you'd have asked me what was the name of that character, Colonel what's-her-name, I'd have been like, oh,
Colonel what's
I can't
who
remember.
now?
Huh?
Colonel what's who now?
Then I wouldn't be able to remember the name. But now, when someone says Colonel Shepard, I'm thinking, oh, wasn't that a character in one of those sci-fi things I used to like? Stargate, yeah. Couldn't have told you which Stargate, though. Colonel Shepard, wasn't she one of the women?
Commander Shepard was a woman.
In Mass Effect. Oh.
But not in Stargate.
Which one was Colonel Shepard?
Colonel Shepard was the cool guy who was always hanging out with McKay. Come on, you remember McKay. Everybody loves McKay.
I remember the name.
He was the leader of the Atlantis SG team. Come on, you remember him. He was the guy with the cool hair, short hair, white guy, holding a gun in most situations.
I remember the black guy.
That's Stargate SG-1.
Or something.
Oh no, hold on. Did you mean the one with the dreadlocks?
Tilk.
She didn't mean the guy with the dreadlocks.
Oh, the guy with the dreadlocks, wasn't that like a youngish kid? When I say youngish kid, I mean sort of late teens.
What? No. That's
that guy.
Shepherd.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean,
I don't know
the
why I
teen?
thought. Right, lots of people posting pictures. I remember him. Yeah. I'm better with faces than I am with names.
Do I need my back scratcher? I can
Potato says the
use
worst
that for
thing of
grabbing.
all is that Pogonite 3 won't ever be a thing.
Yeah, I can
Crying
live
face.
I can live without that.
Elemental Blaze says, is that hamster a mini giant space hamster? And Lieutenant Lucan says, at Bernie, what about Call of Duty, Colonel Shepard? Maybe it's the same character in different timelines, like Huey Long.
I can't take a container with items in it, so I was right to not do that.
Oh, the warrior Ronan Dex.
What do you mean he looked like a teen? He had, like...
No, I was thinking the other guy.
What other guy?
Oh, is he? Well, I thought when I said the black guy and you said what, the guy with dreadlocks, I didn't actually think that Ronan Dex was a black guy.
Well, he was slightly toned in comparison to Shepard and McKay. Does that make me sound racist?
I don't think it makes either of us sound racist. I am a bit bad when it comes to spotting people of ethnic... What?
I just remembered a fantastic story.
What? Oh.
Do you want to tell it? We were recently processing applications.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was hilarious. Because we both burst out laughing in the office. This was the highlight of the office thing of the week,
Last
Potato.
week, though.
Was it last week?
Yeah, it was Friday.
It was Friday, yeah, it was. And I was helping out another manager she's advertised a vacancy and she needed a second manager to vet the responses. And it was hilarious. I was reading the CV of a guy who used to be a guard.
A prison.
He used to be a guard until he damaged his knee. And I just started giggling. I was like, pushed it over to me. I said, I can't believe this. This guy used to be a guard till he got an arrow in his knee. I was like,
No, he got a spoon in his knee because he used to work in a prison and now he got shivved with a spoon. It was a lot funnier in the moment because he didn't expect it.
It was. It's like when you're in an office environment and you're just wading through CVs and reading what people used to do for a living, and then you find one who used to be a guard till he got an arrow in the knee. It was just hilarious. Anyway, catching up, Bernie points out Warrior, which was about Ronan. And Alfie says, a dwarf giant hamster, isn't that just a normal-sized hamster?
Goodbye, Peter,
A
although
cemetery
it's
of rescue
probably late
shells.
for
The
that.
evacuation zone is very close, but the amount of debris is far from encouraging.
Cell says, the what now? Don't know, missed it. A little bit. Peter says, gotta go now, and you need the grabber to grab glass. Oh, bye, Peter.
I need
Do not touch the glass fragments with your hands. Tiny splinters are able to pierce the thin fabric of the spacesuit and cause a slight death attack.
Oh, I left the grabber in my bloody ship!
And you got freezing danger. Potato thumb bumps one of his mouse buttons that backs out of Twitch. Shit! Welp, I just lost all of chat. Cell says, oh god. Potato said, Jesus, what the fuck was that sound you made me? That was at the point where you started laughing about the fact that we... Elemental Blaze says, the miniature giant space hamster is a Baldur's Gate joke. And Cell said he used to be a god?
A guard! A prison guard! He was working in a prison! I'm dying, by the way.
Oh god, you really are as well. And Alfie says, don't remember that one, Blaze, but I do remember go for the eyes, boo. And Bernie said, that's what I heard as at first as well, Cell. And Elemental Blaze says it's what his handler states boo is. Potato says, Mia, you may want to work on the safety suit.
I do want to work on the safety suit, but for that I need glass.
And
to pick up glass, I need the bloody grabber. It's like Peter told me before I set off, but somebody was busy laughing at prison guards who got shivved in the knee by a spoon.
Did he actually say that he was shivved in the knee by a spoon? Because I didn't read all of his application. I was just too busy laughing at
How did you not read all of his application after this gem and the starter?
Sal, did you catch that pic of the teen? I don't think that was the guy I was thinking of.
That was Ford. Nobody remembers him.
What was the one who... No, I remembered Ford. For some reason, I liked Ford. No, he was the guy who used to be one of the desert people.
Desert people... Are you talking about the first movie?
I don't know. It all kind of rolls into one. I
was he
remember
friends with
concepts.
Dr. Daniel Jackson? Or O'Neill?
I remember which one Jackson was. I do remember which one Jackson was. Wasn't everybody a friend with... Scara! That sounds familiar.
That is his
Was he
G1
a dreadlocked...
well, all of the
late
people
teens
in
guy,
Desert were
maybe early
dreadlocks.
20s guy? Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Why would you remember this kid?
I don't know. I can't remember. I can't even remember why we were talking about him.
I forgot to. Are you at the end of chat, by the way?
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
making sure
Let's see,
you've got the
look,
message.
New messages, see? No new messages.
Well done.
Don't worry, I've not let chat get stuck. I just had the mouse away from the picture so it didn't have the link popping up.
Well, I know we were a tad late, but that shouldn't stop us from starting.
Look at the time.
Yeah, starting the outro sequence.
It's
Yeah.
probably the owner of the shuttle with paint. He was engaged in illegal pumping during the crash, judging by the traces of paint on his hands and a huge hose stuck to his face.
Yeah. What do you mean a smuggler's eye?
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Well, that's mine now, I guess.
Oh, yeah, and Tammy's not here to do an ew for us. I think I made up for it, though. Elemental says the Baldur's Gate joke I enjoyed the most was the "my sword doesn't seem to be effective. I guess I need a bigger sword." Right, everybody, Amir is... Are you just going to go float back to the spaceship,
Yeah, I'm
mate?
about to. I had to use my last candle.
Just going to keep that in your pocket, says Potato. And Potato says, I'll do it. Well, that's an eyeful, says Cell. Oh, boy. Cell's got all the best, worst.
That's one of the things I
one-liners.
won't miss about Telltale games. I don't know why, but they have that weird fascination of always putting a gory scene in there. I'm looking at Tales from the Borderlands here, where for some reason I had to spoon out an eye or peel off some face
And
pizza.
Potato says, don't forget you were late, mate. Yeah, we had a little bit of difficulty getting Restream set up at the start, but only a few minutes late. So if you have enjoyed this, do join us again next week at 8 p.m. GMT plus 1.
Which will be about 2 hours ago from now if you're watching this live.
Where Mia's going to be playing a bit more of this to see what happens next, and we'll watch to see whether or not he ends up peeing his pants.
I am not. I've unbound the F key. However, alternatively, if you want to see Sal live up to her competitive nature and try and beat, but also miserably failingly.
Hey, it's only because Bernie's had a lot more time in the game than
Well,
I have.
I didn't specify if you're miserably failing or if he is. You could watch her try and best someone at 2 Point Hospital, which she'll be streaming tomorrow at 8 p.m. GMT plus 1. Thursdays, usually. Weekends. No, not weekends. Usually on weeks. However, there is a weekend stream that's unlike all our streams. Is the radio too loud? I feel like I'm shouting over it.
Bernie says, not going to happen, I am unbeatable. Ha! Well, I say, we'll see. But, then the shiny thing comes along and all that sort of thing. Lieutenant Lugan says, bye, thanks for the stream.
I was in the middle of pointing
Yeah,
at
come on,
the stream that is unlike any
potato
of our
stream.
streams, which is the Crazy Potato stream on his Twitch channel, where he will be streaming World of Final Fantasy World, one of the two, something Final Fantasy in the world. It's about him pretending to be two children that make small critters fight each other. It's quite distressing, really. But that's a good reason to watch it.
That's 8 p.m. GMT +1, about 2 hours ago from now, but on Saturday.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that, right? Right.
So, yes, Potato, if you would like to stick your Twitch link in chat.
He should know that by now. And if he isn't doing it, then he's just lazy, I guess.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow for some 2 Point Hospital, where I'll be playing and Mia will be providing the banter in chat.
I should have saved the bloody prison guard story for tomorrow.
Oh, I know.
I would have drawn it out over the course of 4 hours.
Yep. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.